Hi everybody. Now, are you somebody that has Tom's problem? Do you procrastinate? I do sometimes, but most of the time I try to prepare in advance. It makes me feel better. I'm not so stressed all the time. So here's a situation. Do you often find yourself rushing to finish a report right before the deadline? Oh, this sounds like a lot of students. If you're rushing, you're hurrying as fast as you can because you don't have enough time to get everything done. And a deadline is the date or time when something important is due. If you have a report and your deadline is tomorrow morning, maybe you should have started writing your paper before, a couple of hours before the deadline. That's not enough time.
No, it's not. So that's one example of waiting till the last minute. And here's another question. Maybe you always leave your Christmas shopping until Christmas Eve, which of course is the day before Christmas. And it's traditional in Western countries to give each other presents on Christmas Day. And of course, if you want to get presents, you have to buy them. You have to go shopping for them ahead of time in advance. But lots of people wait until Christmas Eve to do all their Christmas shopping. And I've done plenty of Christmas shopping on December 24th, you betcha. So if so, you are a typical procrastinator.
Uh-oh.
That's kind of a long word there, procrastinator. It's a fancy word, but it simply refers to somebody who waits until the last minute. They don't do something ahead of time, and so they end up getting all stressed out. And this is talking about a typical procrastinator. Typical here just means ordinary, somebody you see all the time. Like I consider myself a typical American. I speak English. I like American food. I act like an American. So I'm a common American, or an example of an ordinary American person.
Or we could say Tom is a typical guy around Christmas time. He waits until the last minute to buy his gifts. He's a procrastinator. Well, we hope most of you aren't bad procrastinators. It just makes life harder for you. Now, who are these procrastinators? Well, they're people who tend to put off doing tasks until the very last minute. They wait and wait and wait, and then they have to hurry as fast as they can to get what they need done in time. Oh, it's not a good situation. When you tend to do something, this is usually what you do. This is your habit. This is what you're likely to do. And if you put something off, it usually means you delay in doing something that should be done now. Oh, I think I'll put off cleaning my room this weekend. I just need to sleep a little more. Are you one of those people that puts off doing what's important? Then you're a procrastinator.
Don't remind me. I've put off cleaning my room for years now. It's like a pigsty right now. Need to clean it up. But again, this is talking about what a procrastinator is. People who tend to put off doing tasks until the last minute. A task is something you need to do. If you have a job at the office, you have many tasks you need to perform. You need to do reports and things like that. You need to contact clients. You need to arrange meetings, or you need to order supplies. Those are different kinds of tasks that you might be required to do when you're working, and you'll have tasks at school as well.
Now, why do we do this? Why do we procrastinate? Well, some of us don't think we're going to be successful, or we fear failure, which just means you don't succeed. To fail means not to succeed. So you want to avoid that feeling. You want to avoid the fear of failure. So you just actively look for distractions. When you actively do something, it means you're out there actually doing it yourself. You're not waiting for distractions to come to you. A distraction could be a friend calling, or maybe your mom asking you to do something when you should be finishing your homework. Those are sorts of distractions that take you away from the task that you should be doing.
Yeah, loud noises would be distractions if you're trying to study, something that causes you to lose your focus on something. But people do this on purpose. They look for distractions so they don't have to face the possibility of failing. And they'll lie to themselves by saying things like, well, I'll feel better if I do this tomorrow. Okay, I shouldn't do it now. It would be better if I did it tomorrow. I need some sleep first. These are like excuses.
They are excuses. So instead of getting things done, they usually end up falling behind schedule. Now, instead of means this is another thing that happens instead of what should happen, right? So when you get things done, you finish things, especially tasks that are important to you. You finish them completely, you get things done. Now, they usually end up falling behind schedule. End up means just that's the result of what they're doing. So instead of actually getting it done, what's the result? What ends up happening? They fall behind schedule.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And of course, that means they're not on schedule. So the thing they need to have done today won't get done until tomorrow. And of course, if you're behind schedule, that means somebody is going to be very angry with you, your teacher or your boss or maybe your parents. Well, here to fall behind is our shortcut for you for today. Let's take a closer look.
Shortcut for you.
Have you finished correcting your students' papers yet?
No, actually I haven't started yet.
Really? You should get started soon. You wouldn't want to fall behind on your work.
Why would I fall onto my work?
No, fall behind means to not keep up with what you need to do. If you fall behind on your work, that means you won't get it done in time.
Oh, I get it. Fall behind means 不能按时完成的意思.
That's right.
Alright, I'll get started tonight. Have you started writing your speech yet?
My speech? What speech?
The one for the conference this weekend. Now look who's falling behind.
So to fall behind, of course, is to fail to finish a piece of work on time. Ooh, that's not a good thing, especially if it's at work. Your boss is going to be mad at you. Someone who's never mad at us, of course, is our Chinese teacher. Let's listen now.